Welcome, race fans. We are back this week here with the Somewhere Saloon Truck Series for SRA. Shout out to the Somewhere Saloon there in Kansas City, Colorado. I'm sure they're tuning in here tonight. Thanks to old Chemo there in chat. Sometimes he's there, but I guess he's not there yet. I know he's been very sick, so hopefully he does get better. Joining me in the booth here tonight, I do have Josh Medlock. Welcome, Josh.
Yeah, good to be here, Rudy, man. Back with SRA tonight. Should be a good race here at Darlington. Of course, the track managers may have other plans.
Yeah, I was looking at the track temperatures there. Holy smokes, brother. What are they, 115?
Yeah, track temperatures here at Darlington for the race tonight for SRA is 115 degrees, so we're going to be slick out there.
Man, I'm telling you. Well, that's the way they like it. They like it wrecking loose, as they always say. So, man, and look at this. Jared Darling at the top of the leaderboard right now, practice.
Yeah, Jared Darling put in a pretty quick time, 29.462 so far. But, you know, it's just practice. You know, when qualifying starts, I'm sure you'll see a lot of these other guys, you know, put in a quick time, get the fastest lap they can. Of course, Bobby Zielinski now putting in a quick time to go in second with the 29.514. So he's not really too far behind Jared Darling, but qualifying begins. I'm sure these guys will be out there putting the pedal to the metal.
Yes, sir. Well, let's check in with our sponsor truck here, Josh Robin. He is sitting on pit road, but let's get down here a little closer. That is the Somewhere Saloon Trucks, the sponsored truck there, excuse me, run by Josh Robin. And boy, I'm all tongue-tied here tonight. Wow, what the heck? Well, anyhow, that is the sponsored truck for the Somewhere Saloon in Kansas City, Colorado. So shout out to all them folks who be tuning in and watching tonight at the restaurant bar. Pretty cool place, man, by the looks of it. I've seen pictures of it, and boy, by the looks of some of the plates of food that they've got there, Josh, wow, amazing looking food. Oh my, I see every now and then they post a picture on Facebook. Good Lord, I don't think I could eat all that mountain of food. But
yeah, we're gonna have to take a trip up there one of these days just to eat, you know.
Man, I'm telling you what, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's not that far for you.
Yeah, it's not too far. I live in Arkansas, so you know it's just up to Colorado. Of course, you know Colorado is quite a ways from me, but you know, pretty much interstate all the way.
Yep. All right, folks. Well, we got about a minute and a half left here, coming down to a minute and a half left. And boy, I'll tell you what, I'm looking for a decent race here tonight. But remember, it's hot and slick out there, 115-degree track temperature. Oh my gosh. And I think, what's the air temperature, Josh? It's like 85 or something, I think.
The air temperature is clear, 84 degrees. But man, that track temperature, that asphalt, man, that gets up quick.
Yep. And the more they race on it, the hotter it's going to get, the slicker it's going to get, the more rubber it's going to get laid down. Just all kinds of goodies is going to happen out there tonight for these guys. Hopefully they can keep it square, though. And, you know, I always talk about Darlington. You know, the guys always say, man, this is their favorite track and everything. Well, we've got 33 drivers in here right now, and I'll bet you if truth be known, half of them would be like, oh, my God, Darlington. Because I've already heard it on Facebook.
Yeah, with Darlington, that track, you know, you're going to be riding that wall most of the race. It's right up next to that wall, and you just barely tap that wall with a car right behind you. It's not only detrimental for you, but all the other vehicles out there.
Well, one we'll be keeping an eye on tonight is Jake Nichols, and he's got a new paint job on his truck. Sim Speed Shop. But he's got a brand new paint job on there. Wow, I kind of like that paint job there, Jake. Pretty nice. I'll be keeping an eye on him, though. He's definitely running up there. We'll run down through the points here in just a minute, folks. But first, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, we're back, and just a few times are coming in now. It looks like right now we've only got about 9 qualifiers out of that whole Big 10, out of that whole big field. Holy smokes.
Now I expect more times to come in as they go on, if there's still people on the track.
Yeah, 12 qualifiers. There's a lot of people out there. Just you know, if you get into the wall, that track or that count, that lap does not count.
Yeah, I don't even believe you can get into another driver either. I think you have to make a clean lap. So, well, let me run over through the points real quick, Rudy, if you don't mind. I know they're qualifying here, folks, but we got the points to go through real quick. Theo Latt going to be coming into tonight in first place still. Holding on to that top spot with 204 points. Cody Miller going to be coming in second with 189 points. He's 15 behind Olat. Jake Nichols, one of the guys we're going to be watching tonight here at Darlington, going to be coming in third with 186 points. He is only 3 behind Cody Miller, so a battle right there going on. Bobby Chaney going to be coming in fourth with 176 points. He is 10 behind Nichols. Bobby Zielinski down 4 spots from last week. He is in 5th with 175 points. He is 1 point behind Chaney. Stephanie Lessentine coming in 6th with 162 points. She is 13 behind Zielinski there. Bryce Senesac coming in 7th with 159 points. He is 3 behind Lessentine. And Tyler Sifford in 8th with 158 points. He is 1 behind Bryce. Robert Giannini is actually tied with Tyler Sifford with 158 points. So, you know, there's a battle between them two. Zoltan Hertzeg is going to be rounding out the top 10 in points with 150 points. He is 8 behind Sifford and Giannini. So the points are still pretty tight for the top 10.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sounds really good, and you know, it's kind of cool to see some new names up there in that top 10. You know, challenging for this championship. So,
yes, it is.
Hey, there's Chemo. Chemo, hopefully you get better soon, there, brother. Drea, good to see you. Brandon, Abbas. A lot of faithful viewers here at MaxSpeedTV tuning in tonight. Appreciate that very much.
Bobby Zielinski, though, still holding on to that top spot here in qualifying. Has not really gave up anything to Zoltan Hertzeg. Bobby, you know, it's still a quick time with a 29.190, but Zoltan Herzog right behind him with a 29.260. So it's still fairly close between them two. And then Jake Nichols, one of the guys, you know, you were talking about earlier, Rudy, he is right there in third with a 29.270. So very, very close times.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on there, Toe? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Oh, I know it's a little early to talk.
Go ahead.
A little early to talk about it, and I know they got to go through Darlington first, but March 25th for these guys will be Charlotte. That's going to be a fun race as well.
Oh, yeah. We got about a little under 4 minutes now left in qualifying. They do have open qualifying here in the series. Every race they do open qualifying except for super speedways. Super speedways, they do single car qualifying. So
yeah, and you only get one lap.
Yeah, only one lap at the super speedways.
A little bit of track information for this race for everybody out there tuning in. Pace car speed here is going to be about 60 miles an hour. Pit speed is going to be 45 miles an hour. So we're going to have to get that truck woed down before they hit that cone, or they're going to get that all-elusive speeding penalty going to be coming in pit road. And they also have an incident limit here for the truck series for SRA at a 15X. So you get 15X, it will automatically disqualify you for the race. So they're going to have to take very good careful of their trucks out there tonight.
Yep. Well, one thing that we'll be trying to keep an eye on here tonight, how many people come out of here with the Darlington stripe on the side of their car, kind of like a traditional thing that, you know, that Darlington's noted for. Everybody gets loose, and usually everybody gets that Darlington stripe down the side. So we'll be trying to keep an eye out there and see how many we can see on this stream. So somebody sees one in chat, let me know if you see somebody get into the wall. We'll try to showcase that. So
I was watching these guys during practice, and I've been noticing that a lot of them were getting loose coming out of 2, and then they were also getting loose coming out of 4.
Yep.
So coming out of the corners, they were getting really, really loose at. That's going to be something to watch too, especially if they're, you know, nose to tail, you know, back to back to each other. Who's going to get into who and how many cars are going to get involved, because we know a caution can happen at any time.
hey, KPS. How you doing, KPS? A few people tuning in and watching. Hey, Fixed Lizard, what's going on? This should be a good race here. All right, look, less than a minute till qualifying is over, and we'll get them on the grid here, get them lined up for you.
Bobby Zielinski still holding on to that top spot here in the qualifying session. If he can hang on to it for another 25 seconds, he'll have the pole.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to be a problem, but you know, a lot more qualifiers out here than I thought there was going to be tonight, Josh. Got 20 qualifiers.
Yeah, that's a lot of cars qualifying.
Yes, sir. I'm doing well. Doing well. All right. Looks like that's going to wrap it up. Everybody will get a chance to finish the lap they're on, and then they'll change it over. All right, here we go. Okay, so Bobby Zielinski taking the pole with a 29.190. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Zoltan Herczeg coming up through the ranks here lately, but has been running really well. He will start on the outside of the front row in second. Jake Nichols, one to keep your eye on tonight, because third in points, sitting third on the grid tonight. This could be interesting. Tyler Ducharme in fourth place. Benjamin Nelson fifth. Marcus Richardson starts sixth. Eric Sable 7th, Nick Northrup 8th, Josh Robin 9th, and Nate Trito rounding out the top 10. Josh?
Yep, David Shutt going to be starting in the 11th spot. Femi Latin 12th. Bobby Cheney going to be starting 13th. Ariati 14th. Tyler Sifford going to be starting 15th. Bryce Sinisak 16th. Kevin Scott 17th. Curtis Sawyer 18th. Ethan Kurtz 19th. And James Koulibaly will round out the 20 here on grid. Rudy.
Stephanie Lessentine way back in 21st, not taking the qualifying time. Aaron Smith in 22nd. Robert Giannini up there in the points, but starting 23rd on the field. Cody Miller way back in 24th. Will Klein 25th. Tony Schoen 26th. Brad Bothwell 27th. Sean Williams 28th. Dwayne Culberson 29th. Jared Darling 30th. Davis Richards 31st. DeMonte Dotson 32nd. Aaron Cummings 33rd, Chris Bryant 34th. All right, we are ready, and they are rolling out.
You know, interesting fact is not everybody qualified, Rudy, and usually we have some people that don't grid. All 34 cars out there took the grid.
Very good. That's what we like to see. Yeah, sometimes we'll see guys that'll start on pit road or may just bail on the last couple of seconds before gridding or something and not grid up at all. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We did see everybody out there grid.
That's awesome to see everybody out there gridding. I mean, that's 34 fast trucks out there here in Darlington. Well, it's going to be an interesting start, I'm sure.
Yeah, with 115-degree track temperature today. Oh, good Lord. I feel for these guys, but this is what they like. They like this kind of stuff, man. All right, pace cars in. Here we go. Waiting on that green flag.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green flag. We're off and going. All right. So far, so good. And, okay, let's see. There we go. Yeah, Jake Nichols actually battling side by side with Zoltan now for second place. And kind of boxing in the guys behind him. Tyler Ducharme sitting there in third or fourth. Not able to get by. Now they kind of sort it out. Zoltan will hold on to second. Jake in third. Marcus Richardson now looking to the inside of Delonte. Tyler Ducharme. Man, I am not with it here tonight. What is going on? Oh, close contact there. Ben Nelson just kind of gave Tyler. Oh, we got a spin,
Yellow flag is
and
out.
there's the
Josh
caution.
Robin.
Yep. Poor Josh, man. I'm telling you, poor guy. He just can't get a break here. Let's go back and take a look, folks. See what happened. I don't know if something happened in front of him, I think is what started it. I think that was the whole deal there with Ben Nelson. Looks like when he got into Tyler Ducharme, that kind of stacked him up a little bit. Yeah, Eric Sable come down the hill and got into Josh, and that kind of stacked him up from there. Nicholas Kressel got into the back of Josh Robin and just nowhere to go. Ariotti going to get into Josh. Oh. And again, another one. Oh my, we got a lot of guys that are going to get tore up on that one. Just everybody trying to dodge the wreck, and the more they tried to dodge it, the more they got into it.
Yeah, it looks like the 09 of Bryce Sinisek was trying to go onto the inside of the 78. I believe that was Ariotti, and just had nowhere to go and just plowed Ariotti.
Yep.
So Bryce Sinisek going to have some damage as well.
Yeah, he's on pit road already, so that's a shame. That's a shame, man. I hate to see that. Hate to see that already.
Looks like we do have some takers that did come down pit road during that first caution. So, different strategies already playing out early.
Yeah, looks like, from about 24th on back, you guys have come to pit road. About 10 drivers on pit road. Oh, and Josh, tell me Josh Robin took his car behind the wall already?
Well, it's looking that way, unfortunately.
Nope. No, he's back. There he is. Okay. Wow. He may be having some issues too. I'm not really sure. He might be having some problems. All right. Well, looks like the lights are going out on the pace car, so we're going to be going green next time by, Josh.
Yes, we will be. And, you know, 5 laps in, and they have already had a caution. I'm sure this is not how they wanted to start this race, but you know, it's a product of Darlington. You know, you've got to race that top line at Darlington, and there's no other way around it. I've not really seen anybody that can race that bottom line at Darlington, but I'm sure there's guys out there. And product of close racing at the beginning. I mean, you're already in a tight pack, so. That's what can happen.
Yep. Yeah, Josh is in it. He's still in it. He's going to be back in 32nd place, so it looks like he's back out here. They get no resets, so you get damage on them, and tough luck on you, you know. All right. Pace car's in, and we're ready to go green again. There we go. Yeah,
flag,
fixed, yeah. Where's the field? What do you mean, where's the track is? Where's the field? Where's the field? Not quite understanding what you mean by where's the field, but. Tyler Sifford in 10th.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we got another caution already. What? If I can catch up to him back here. Brad Bothwell involved in this one. Let's go take a look again here, folks. Right on the restart, too. Could have been a little blinker going on there behind him, too. Oh, the 32 got up into the wall. I'm seeing, and it looked like they kind of tried to drop it down below to miss them. Stephanie Lessentine took it way down there. And her truck was out of shape when she tried to come back up onto the track. Oh, and when Brad went up the hill, he He lost it. When he went up the hill to try to get away from Stephanie, he just lost it right there in front of traffic. So that brought out another caution right there on the restart. So, all right. Back up here. Looks like we got more guys coming to pit road. Second caution already, Josh.
Yeah, this is unlike these guys, that SRA, to, you know, have these cautions right at the beginning. Of course, Darlington pretty much will clean itself. It's a self-cleaning track. And unfortunately, right now, that's what's happening. Is, you know, unfortunate incidents are happening. Nobody can get single file. They can't get into line with each other, and you know, it's going to cause some wrecks. And right now, 2 cautions before lap 10. It's not a very good start by these guys.
No, not really. I mean, I know they'll get it sorted out eventually here, but all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm sure Bobby Cheney's down there going, "Hey guys, all right, let's calm it down. Let's just get in gear." Yep. You know.
Well, more guys have come to pit road, so now the front 15 have not been to pit road yet. And Stephanie's one of them. She's in 14th now. She's way back here in 14th place. She did not come to pit road after that near spin, but she didn't hit anything or get any damage, so tires will cool off a little bit there. She probably got them a little bit mad. A little bit hot.
Yeah, I would say, you know, kind of interview, but they haven't really had any green flag runs here yet. They don't know exactly what the track's going to do to their cars. So,
that's right.
You know, really no point really interviewing anybody right now, in my personal opinion. And,
yeah,
you know,
I agree.
But, I'm sure they'll get it under control, and they'll get on those green flag runs, and hopefully they don't have a caution breed caution. You know, they've already had 2, but I'm sure they'll get it under control.
Well, I hate to ask him this, but Emu, what's the weather like up there in Kansas City? I know Colorado usually, you know, they have their bad weather time of the year, and boy, the way the snow's been flying this year, and unpredictable nor'easters and all kinds of stuff going on. It's kind of curious of what the weather's been like. Obviously, it's been a little up and down for you. If you're having sinus problems, because I know that affects my sinuses really bad when the weather warm one day and cold the next day and then warm again the next day. That just throws your sinuses for a loop.
You got that right. Now, pace car lights are off. They will be going back green next time up.
We haven't had, only one driver did not make it, and that's Ariotti. I think he just had a little too much damage on the front of that truck to continue on. And be competitive, and, you know. All right, pace cars in. Here we go, back to green, folks.
Green flag, green flag.
And Jake Nichols is still there trying to clear Zoltan. Now they got Marcus Richardson into the mix. Marcus just on the outside. And he may have a run there on the, he's going to get around the outside of Jake Nichols. Jake goes back to 4th.
That was an awesome pass by Marcus Richardson on the outside, actually.
Yeah. Bobby Cheney in 7th. There's Eric Sable. He's back there a little bit. He does have a little bit of left rear damage on the truck, but doesn't seem to be affecting it right now. He's going to fit in there between Ethan Kurtz and Tyler Sippert. Sippert takes it to the inside, and he's going to get that 10th place away from Eric Sable. Goes up the hill. Oh no, Ethan Kurtz, they go 3 wide. Ethan Kurtz was all out of shape there. He does save it, but boy, that almost caused a big one right there.
Yes, it did. Ethan Kurtz had a moment there up against that wall. Kept it high enough to allow everybody around him, but also stacked up the field there a minute, and everybody tried to go around him. Great job by everybody getting around him and not getting into him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, KPS. Oh man, well I know we're supposed to get some horrendous storms tomorrow. Where they got us in a torque
Oh,
on.
they got one spinning.
The yellow flag is out.
He's spinning. Top it up.
Trying to catch up with him. There he is. Well, let's go take a look here and see what happened to Robert.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Rudy,
No,
but
you're fine. David Shutt was right there. Robert was a little wiggly there in the turn. Oh, he got extremely loose. And of course, Shutt was right there. I'm sure he didn't mean to get into him, but it, you know, he had nowhere to go. And yeah, Giannini's going to put Shutt into the outside wall. So I don't think it was any serious damage by anybody, just right there, just some, maybe a little tap on the right front there by Robert, and the same with David Shutt. So both of them will be okay.
And everybody's coming to pit road now.
Well, it looks like Marcus Richardson's going to be the first one out. And it looks to me like he might have done a two-tire change right there, because he wasn't on pit road for very long. So, but two other drivers did stay out. Robert Giannini did stay out. He wants to collect a bonus point, and James Coulibaly did his normal drive-through. So, well, what do you think? Get somebody down here to talk to him?
Yeah, why not?
Go for it.
Jake Nichols in front of me. There he is. Jake Nichols, this is Johnson Cliff, man. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Jake, man. Well, track conditions tonight. Track temp of 115 degrees. Hot, slick conditions out there. 17 laps in and already 3 cautions. Talk about what's going on down there.
It's Darlington. It's pretty tight track. There's really a fine line here, and when you're side by side, it's tough to really nail the bottom. All the grips at the top, so if you get to the bottom, you're just a sitting duck with all the momentum you need here in the truck. It's definitely a wild vehicle, because if you miss the line literally by an inch, or just overshoot the corner by a mile per hour, you're probably going to be hitting the wall. Especially in 3 and 4, with how much we got to slow down there. If you just miss your mark by a hair, then you'll be in the fence there. So it's pretty crazy.
So you think you're going to be able to keep away from the Darlington stripe, or you going to be collecting it tonight too?
We'll see. I'm hoping we can keep it clean. I hit it quite a lot in practice, so we're hoping that we learned everything we had to learn in practice and can keep it out of the fence here in the race.
Well, all right, Jake. Well, currently back here in 7th, started 3rd. Got plenty of laps left to do it in, bud, so good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Well, Marcus has led his first laps of the race, so he's got that knocked out of the way now. And it looks like he's decided to start on the outside of the front row. Bobby Zielinski will start on the inside.
That might not be a bad move by Marcus Richardson. As you know, Jake said, that high line is the best place to be. That's where the grip is. So Marcus starting up there may benefit him.
Get him going, Josh.
Well, I sure can do that. These two guys race each other not only in SRA, but also I believe in the Pro Series as well. So, you know, they're used to racing around each other. They know how each other drives. Marcus Richardson and Bobby Zielinski. But Zoltan Herzog going to be sitting back here in third, started second. So he's got a pretty comfortable view with them two guys up there. You know, racing it clean. But pace car dives in. They're going to be going back green here. Marcus is going to hold back just a little bit. Maybe get a good jump on Bobby Zielinski as it comes out the corner there. Green flag's out. We're back underway here at Darlington.
Nick Northrup's up to third now. Zoltan Herzog will have to fall into fourth. Bobby Cheney, fifth place. Whoa, wow. Benjamin Nelson, man, that truck was everything but sideways there coming out of the corner. And behind that, Tyler Ducharme almost got into Tyler Sifford there a little bit. I think actually they might have touched. Nate Trito in between them now in 10th. Meanwhile, back up front, Zielinski in second. He's led all the laps up to this point. And now Marcus Richardson's in the lead. Back in the field here, wait, see what's going on back here in about 20th position. Sean Williams in 20th now. Koulibaly, 21st.
Well, we did have an accident there, but there was no caution as they were both off the track. Chris Bryant got some heavy damage on that machine. I believe he got into his Tony's shoulder.
Boy. And Tony's got heavy damage on his truck now. Good, yeah, them two have both got a lot of damage on those vehicles. And it looks like another one has left, Aaron Cummings out of the race. And Bobby Zielinski taking a look to the inside of Marcus Richardson going into turn one. Marcus up high, he's got the line to hold off Zielinski. Wow, nice move. He's making that outside line work pretty good to his favor there, Marcus Richardson.
Yeah, yes, he is. And I'm seeing Marcus, you know, as he's coming out of the corner, he gets the back end gets a little loose. Not much, but you can really tell that back end can get a little squirrely. I'm sure he has to lift a little bit just to get that thing to straighten back out.
Yep. Riding along here with Nick Northrup watching that battle up in front of him. You can see that really heavy bank in here, man. He gets passed up by Zoltan. Wow, Zoltan power moved right by Nick Northrup.
Zoltan made that look easy.
Yeah, he did. Well, it's about the only way you can pass him is just trying to get that. Oh, Zoltan's in the wall. Oh man, and he can't get it off the wall. He is struggling right now. He just lost a bunch of positions. Oh, now he's going to have right side front damage. He just went from third back to 8th.
And he has officially earned that Darlington stripe.
Yeah. By the time this is over, I don't think we're going to see many out here without that Darlington stripe.
Yeah, well, it's Darlington. You know, that's the way Darlington is. Everybody that races, they're nothing.
Curtis Sawyer in 11th. Just ahead of Tyler Ducharme. Tyler with heavy damage on his truck, but still out here plugging away. Don't want to give up.
A little battle back here going on. Oh, we got somebody also into the wall. The number 12, it looks like if Ethan Kurtz is into the wall as well, and he's going to lose a lot of positions.
You know, and I think that goes back to what Jake Nichols was saying there earlier when we talked to him, that if you try to drive it into the corner a little bit too hard, you're going to get into the wall. And I think that's what we just seen Ethan Kurtz do there. And it looks like he is coming to pit road. Yeah, he is coming in. I think he's had enough of this place. Everybody's favorite track, though. Doesn't matter who you talk to in iRacing, this is their favorite track. Okay. I don't know how it could be. Northrop, third, holding off Jake Nichols and Ben Nelson. Jake did get around Ben Nelson. Very good. He's the guy that we're kind of keeping an eye on here, Jake Nichols. See if he can get up there and battle it up with Bobby Zielinski and Marcus Richardson.
You know, there's still a whole lot of laps left, and I guarantee you, if they get that long green flag run, maybe some green flag pit stops, you're going to see Jake Nichols up there. With
the yellow flag is out.
Oh, we have a caution.
Oh.
I'm not sure where that was.
Think Kurtz, maybe?
Well, I don't know. I think he was just coming off pit road. Let me see if I can figure this out. Now, Ethan is on the track. Yep, it was him. He spun out. So Ethan Kurtz again bringing out the caution with that a lot of damage on that truck. So. All right, so that brings out caution number 4, I do believe.
Well, I'm going to stop mentioning long green flag runs because every time I do, a caution comes out.
Yeah.
Yes, that is caution number 4 for 10 caution laps so far, and only 2 lead changes.
Yep, and they're all coming to pit road. Tires here are very vital, you know, to stay competitive, you know. And as hard as Marcus and Bobby Zielinski were battling out there, it's going to be very, very detrimental to them if they keep new rubber on them cars. Very, very detrimental.
Yeah, it's tire wear will play a factor in this. I don't know if fuel will, but tires and downforce especially.
Yep.
You want that downforce to keep that grip on the track. Just barely beat Marcus Richardson out of pit road.
Yeah, that was a heck of a good race off of pit road too. For some reason, Marcus had a very slow pit time right there. I don't know. Bobby had a 13.8, and Marcus had a 15.1. So, wow. Well, Ben Nelson also got out in 3rd ahead of Jake Nichols, and Nick Northrop went back to 5th. But Bobby Zielinski back out in the lead now. Well, let's get talk to somebody real quick. How about Curtis Sawyer? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Curtis, how's it going out there? What do you think of the hot, slick conditions out there tonight?
They're all right. I feel like it get a little slicker if we get a little farther into a run, but see how it goes.
115-degree track temperature. That's insane, man. That's just insane. I know the guys in real life are used to driving on that kind of stuff, but in sim racing, I don't know, man. That makes it pretty difficult. But that's the way these guys like to run it. They like to run it wrecking loose. Do you like to run it that way?
I'm all right with it as long as you know, it's good racing.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, what's the plan here? You going to continue to work your way to the front, or are you just going to ride for now and see how it all plays out?
I think I'm just going to ride for now and see how it goes and see where we're at near the end of this.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. Get back to it, and good luck.
You guys have a good one up there.
You too. All right. So caution's still out. It looks like the lights are off, Josh. So we're going back green next time.
Yes, we are. Yep. Yeah, they are off on the pace car. So get them going, Rudy. All right, you get them going. I'll be right back.
Yep. Well, does anybody have a favorite here tonight picked? Who's going to win this race? I haven't seen anybody in chat pick a favorite. All right, pace car's in. Restarting on lap 34. There goes Bobby Zielinski on the loud pedal.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
green is out. Very good, very good. As they get all sorted out here now, Ben Nelson does take over third. Jake Nichols fourth. And look at Nate Trito up to sixth place now. And they're 3 wide back here. Holy smoke. Josh Robin is back in it, folks. I just wanted to state for the record right there, Josh Robin is back in it, Chemo. That is the Somewhere Saloon sponsored truck back in the race. Very cool, and running well too in 12th. Yes, sir. Very good. That's what you want. You want the sponsor truck at least to be in the race. We thought maybe he was going to be out of it there for a while, but he's hanging in there, 12th place. Zielinski, Marcus Richardson, still, they pulled away a little bit there on that first takeoff, but it looks like they might be working on that again because they've got quite a little distance there. Back to third place, Ben Nelson. All right, somebody we haven't talked about tonight, Will Klein. Another great racer in the league here, 24th position for Will. Looks like he might be just taking his time back here right now. Oh, they got a couple out of the way there. Whoa. Wow, I don't know what the heck just happened there. Looks like he was put down on the apron to pass that guy. Lap truck there, I'm not sure who that was. Bryce Senesac, no, I'm sorry. It was Chris Bryant. Yeah, Chris was on the apron. So, but they're okay for now. Dwayne Culberson up to 14th. Coulibaly 15th. And don't forget about Cody Miller. Cody, one of the most improved drivers here last season. In the last couple of seasons, I should say. Running pretty well. DeMonte Dodson. Passed up by Curtis Sawyer. Oh, almost made contact right there. Good thing DeMonte kind of moved out of the way or they would have had heavy contact. And DeMonte was a little squirrely coming out of the corner. Tyler Sifford back in 19th place. This is not where we'd like to see Tyler. We'd like to see him up there in that, inside that top 5 before we like to see Tyler.
How about?
And Tyler Ducharme, that'll be the top 20. One we have not seen was definitely the fastest in practice, Jared Darling. But again, this is his calling card right here, folks. He likes to run in the back part of the field and let things shake out. In that second half of the race, we'll see Jared work his way to the front.
And I'm sure, you know, after all the cautions are said and done, these guys get it lined out. Right now, they're pretty much single file up high on the track. You know, I think everything's pretty much lined out, but there are still some battles right now going on between these guys and girls. You know, we do have a girl in here racing, Stephanie Lessentine, and number 10 machine, currently in the 11th spot, has got company with Josh Roberts.
Yep, Josh is right behind her, so definitely running pretty good here inside in the 11th place. That's pretty good. David Schutt in 10th. Zoltan Hertzeg, now he's mired back in 9th place. But I think as the race goes on, we'll see him back toward the front here. He's definitely a good racer. But, you know, I talked about this last week, Josh. I've seen a lot coming out of Zoltan. His Gen 6 driving, I think, tops his truck race driving. You know, some people they like the trucks and they have what it takes to run the trucks well. And some people have where they can run the Gen 6 better. And I think his calling is in the Gen 6. But, you know, he's absolutely good in the trucks. I'm not, you know, you never want to count him out in the trucks. But I think his calling's in the Gen 6.
Yeah, he does a fantastic job in the Gen 6. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there that do better in, you know, the Gen 6 than they do trucks. And like you said, it could be vice versa. Trucks may be better than Gen 6. But you know, racing in general, whether you're racing in the cup cars or the trucks, you get practice either way. Yes, they both handle differently, but it's practice. Practice makes perfection. Of course, I don't know if you can get perfection, so to speak, but you do get better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, seat time is the best thing. And, you know, it goes right along with anything you do, any kind of a game or just real life situations. You know, the more you do it, the better you get at it, you know. And so that's what we're seeing here, a lot of these guys, you know. Nick Northrup, 5th place, trying to close back up here, close that gap on Jake Nichols. But let's ride along here with Jake Nichols for a minute. See what's going on. Oh, he may have just got a run on the outside there of Ben Nelson. See how he handles this going into the corner. And he did clear Ben Nelson. Wow. So the outside line worked pretty good for Jake that time. Back in the 3rd.
I believe that outside line is where you have to make the all-elusive move to pass. If you get blocked by the guy in front of you, then you're really going to have to figure out a way to get around him, or just, you know, try to do it on the next time. You don't want to get into it. You either want to try to make the pass cleanly in the first run you get, or try to make it again on the second time around. You know, Darling has 4 turns. He's got 4 turns to do it.
Yes, sir. Nick Northrup closes up on Ben Nelson. This is a pretty good battle between those two. Wow, Bobby Zielinski, he's doing everything to try to shake that draft of Marcus Richardson. He just took it way down on the bottom, and Marcus followed him down there. So he's trying to break the draft to get away from Marcus. Marcus is about a half a second behind. Wow, we see cars flipping. Ray Senesac. Or no, Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant, man, he is blinking something fierce up there. I just seen his truck go clear up in the air. I don't know if you guys seen that on the stream or not, but I seen it. Yeah, he's definitely having connection problems there. Number 23, if these guys get by safely. What a ways back, there is Jake Nichols. Back from Bobby Zielinski to Marcus Richardson. That's what 0.4 of a second looks like. But the speeds are running here, that's 0.4 of a second. Pretty amazing stuff right there. Good stuff, good racing.
Yeah, it's good racing. You know, they had a couple of incidents at the beginning, as we saw. You know, 4 cautions already for these guys. Really not the cautions we see usually with SRA, 1 or 2 at max with these guys, but well, it's Darlington. You know, you're going to have more cautions at a track like Darlington or Bristol or any of those than you would at a 1.5 miles like Charlotte or, you know, of those. And, you know, with 34 trucks out here, you were guaranteed to at least have at least 2.
Well, we've got the ones that have exited the race here today so far, out of the race. Ariotti, Aaron Cummings, Brad Bothwell, Tyler Sifford out now. That's a shame. And Ethan Kurtz. And Femi Olat, for whatever reason, is sitting on pit road. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he's sitting on pit road. And Bobby Cheney now going to have a mirror full of Zoltan Herczeg here real quick. And Eric Sable. Eric, with that little bit of damage on that left rear, is really not affecting his speed too awful much.
No, it's not. He is right there trying to battle with the number 99, Zoltan. Looks to the inside, but he just can't seem to get his nose in there. And the Zoltan, of course, takes it up high where that line is, and it does not allow the 36 Barrett Sable to get around him.
And they're both a little loose coming out of the corners, but you know that they've got the hammer down. They're doing everything they can to stay in the positions they're in. They know David Shutt's closing in on them. If Shutt can get to them, oh, I don't know. This could wind up to be a three-car battle there for 8th, 9th, and 10th. And look at this. Jared Darling now he is in 11th now, passing up Stephanie Lessentine. Stephanie back to 12th.
Still a good run by Stephanie, though. She's up 9 spots from where she started.
Tyler Ducharme 13th and Cody Miller 14th. And you can say what you will, but Curtis Sawyer's still hanging in there. He did get around Josh Robin and now goes into 15th, so he's cut quite a bit off of that field.
Yes, he has.
Josh Robin in 16th. One we ain't talked too much about tonight, Aaron Smith. I don't know if he's changed the paint job on that truck or what, but now he's got a lot of damage on the front of it. But he's still
Josh Robin around.
Oh no. No caution. Oh man. Oh well, let's go see if we can figure out what happened here to Josh. It looks like he probably just lost it coming out of the corner. He's riding behind Curtis Sawyer. I'm going to say he probably just got back in the throttle just a little too quick or something here. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, and he did get into the wall a little bit. And Will Klein, boy, I'll tell you what, I don't know. Will was like, which way do I go here? Right, left, and finally he went to the right and just barely missed Josh Robin. Josh got into the wall pretty good, though. But I think he'll be all right. It wasn't a hard hit. Just kind of enough to knock the wind out of your sails there a little bit.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, now we have a yellow.
Tyler Ducharme, number 25.
Going around. Well, let's go see what happened to Tyler now. He's a little loose coming into the corner. Seemed to be okay here down the front stretch. Going into turn 1. And almost into the wall right there. And the car just starts getting really loose coming out of turn 2. And yeah, he just totally lost it right there. But he locked it down. He did get into the wall pretty good. Added more damage to that truck. Golly, man, there's another one that can't get a break. Well, this should bring everybody to pit road. We're creeping up on the halfway mark here in about another 5 or 6 laps, but we're still not quite at that halfway mark yet. Taking a look at it, this is caution number 5.
And it looks like everybody will be coming down pit road.
Yes, sir. Just about the whole field, I think. Except for the lap vehicles there. A few of them that had to stay out.
Looks like James Coulibaly did get the wave around, so that'll put him back on the lead lap. I do believe so.
Oh, Cody Miller must have missed his pit stall. He had to drive through there. Uh-oh. That's not good. He'll have to come back around probably. Bobby Zielinski, first one off of pit road, beating Marcus Richardson again off of pit road. Well, we don't talk to Bobby that often, and I know he's your favorite driver. Do you want to talk to him, or you want me to talk to him?
No, I'd love to talk to him.
Well, go for it.
All right, I gotta go find him. Bobby Zielinski, this is Josh from the booth, man. Get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bobby. Well, it's Darlington. Hot track conditions. Y'all like it slick. How's the racing down there, man? You've been pretty much up front the whole race. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really, well, I had the one chance to race Marcus when he took 2, and you can't pass still. It's, same old Darlington where you really can't pass unless you have a big tire advantage or, the guy messes up in front of you. So, in terms of the driving, though, it's nice and slick. It's, it's Darlington.
Well, what's the preferred line? On the outside, we're hearing kind of different emotions, but probably the preferred line being on the outside, right next to the wall?
Yeah, pretty much line I've been running. Yeah, it's the fastest way around for me, at least.
Well, all right, Bobby. Well, I mean, there's still a whole lot of laps left. Anything can happen. So good luck out there, and I'm sure we'll see you probably in the top 3, top 5 at the end.
Yeah, it's a race. You never know.
Yeah, well, hey. Yeah, I mean, like I said, a whole lot of racing left. Go ahead, Rudy.
Bobby, get some paint on that truck, would you?
Oh, there's plenty of paint. It's all orange.
All orange. You need something to break that up. You look like a giant pumpkin out there.
That's the best color, man. Yeah, it's got to run it.
All right.
All right, Bobby. Good luck, man.
Thanks.
Like I said, same old Darlington.
Yep. Well, Cody Miller did stay out long enough to lead a lap, but he did come to pit road. That's going to put him way back at the tail end of the lead lap, probably. But they are lining back up, getting ready to go back green. Bobby Zielinski, Marcus Richardson on the front row. Second row, Benjamin Nelson, Nick Northrup. Third row, Nate Trito and Eric Sable. Fourth row, Bobby Cheney, David Shutt. And fifth row, Jake Nichols and Jared Darling. There's Darling into 10th. Moving up. It's time. We're almost at the halfway mark here. More laps and we'll be there, so.
What is it, 75 laps to be considered halfway?
No, 62, 63.
Oh, okay.
Pace car's in. And here we go. Oh, contact there. I think Marcus thought
Green flag.
Bobby Zielinski was going to drop it down below the apron, and he didn't. And Marcus just barely got into the side of him, just a little. I mean, not much. I think he noticed what was going on just in time before it could have got ugly right there. But good job. Good job by Marcus.
Slick move by Bobby.
Yeah, he kind of faked him out there a little bit, but. Well, because they were so used to Bobby, when Bobby starts the race, he always drops it down below that apron, kind of cuts a corner off coming out of 4. And he didn't do it that time. He stayed on the track, kind of throw everything off. Well, I'll tell you what, it was enough to get him back out there with that half a second lead over Marcus Richardson right now. And Marcus has got a mirror full of Nick Northrup, and I'm telling you, he is putting the pressure to Marcus.
Yeah, he is. He is right on the back. They're getting closer, and it's not going to look pretty. Of course, Nick Northrup's got company too with Benjamin Nelson right there. And right behind him, Eric Sable. He's got a back and forth right behind him.
I'm riding on board here with Marcus Richardson right now. This is pretty wild to see Nick Northrup that close to him. Pretty awesome. Good racing. Good racing now. These guys are really battling it up hard. Eric Sable, I'm not going to count him out because he's back in there. He's into the top 5.
You really can't count anybody. I mean, a whole lot of laps left in this race. Anything can happen, even for, you know, the pro drivers. I mean, they have their bad races just like everybody does. Like I was saying before, ain't nobody perfect. You know, so they can have a bad race just like, you know, just like we can. So, a whole lot of laps left. Anything goes here at Darlington.
Yes, sir. David Shutt following Nate Trito, and there's Bobby Cheney back in it. And Jake Nichols now, for the first time, we've seen him back here almost outside the top 10. He's just barely in 9th place. Yeah, he had a pretty slow pit stop there. I'm not sure if something happened there, but yeah, he had a pretty slow pit stop.
Another one of the guys we haven't talked about much, the league owner of SRA, Bobby Cheney, currently back here running in the 8th spot. Started turn 13, still has a clean truck, looks like, for the most part. Let's see what Bobby Cheney can do as the race progresses in that number 24. Not too
He hasn't earned his Darlington stripe yet. He'll have to get that before the race is over. Oh, and he might just get it. He just got a tap there. Good save. I don't think Jake Nichols meant to get into him. They may have not even made contact right there, but it was awful close. Bobby got really loose going into the corner, and Jake Nichols was right on his tail. I don't know if there was contact there or not.
As soon as I mention his name, he goes spinning. So
yeah,
I'm not mentioning everybody's name.
I'm telling you. Well, Jake Nichols just goes into 8th place. And that put Jarrett Darling, which started way in the back at the beginning of the race, is now in 9th. So he is moving his way on up through the field. Back up front, Marcus Richardson now 1.3 seconds behind Bobby Zielinski. I think Zielinski's got this place figured out. He's just clean air sailing out here right now. Well, he is coming up on some lap traffic here, so let's see how he negotiates this lap traffic. It was Dwayne Culberson, and he's just getting off of the track. He said, man, I am not going to hold up the leaders in any way. Everybody else will get by safely.
Now the gap he has between Marcus Richardson, a 1.5 second gap. That's quite a bit of distance between them two. Of course, it's Darlington, so I do believe they'll have to stop at least one more time for tires.
Oh yeah. Well, Bobby Cheney went back to 10th after that near spin.
The yellow flag is out.
And we do have a caution. That is Kevin Scott going around. And it looks like he had a little other contact there going on too. So well, let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Kevin Scott. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys that are, he got into the wall. And then, of course, the 81 there, that is DeMonte Dotson kind of finishing the package off right there. He didn't know which way to go, though. Kind of no fault of DeMonte. He just, yeah, that's and Aaron Smith got into the wall, too. Man. And Josh Robin, he got a piece of the wall. Man, and it looks like he may have incident out. I'm going to say it looks like he did incident out. All right, leaders all coming to pit road again.
Yeah, they only get a 15x incident limit, and here at Darlington, you've got to be very, very, very careful to not get those 15x's.
Yep. That doesn't take much. They add up real quick. Wow, what a race off of pit road. Good night. There were 3 wide back there. It was David Shutt, Jared Darling, Bobby Cheney, and Tyler Ducharme. They were like 3 wide coming off of pit road. Awesome. Well, they got it all sorted out. But Zielinski does hold on to the lead. Now, who are we going to talk to now? Let's talk to, I want to talk to Nick Northrup. Nick Northrup, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Nick, how's it going out there? Boy, your truck looks very, very fast.
It's going all right. I'm just trying to keep the truck clean and see what happens to the finish.
You haven't got your Darlington stripe yet, huh?
Nah, that's my goal. Not beat up the race car and then have the handling get it even worse.
Yep. Well, I can't blame you there. That's kind of, I think that's everybody's goal out here, not to get any damage on it. But you know, this track doesn't really need the aerodynamics as much, but you still can't get some decent draft on the front stretch and the back stretch, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely it affects your runs if you have a little bit of damage. But having a clean truck definitely helps. Definitely.
All right. Well, okay. So now that you've been up here racing with these guys, do you think you got a winning truck? You think you got enough to get by Bobby and Marcus up there?
I mean, I might. We'll just see how this goes. Ride behind Marcus, hopefully here, and we'll see what happens.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. Get back to it, and good luck out there, Nick.
Thanks, man.
Very cool. Very cool. Another good racer right there, Nick Northrup. Wish him the best. It's going to be difficult. All right, lights are out. We're going green next time by on lap 76. So the laps are winding down here. Going to be 49 to go when they take the green.
Laps are winding down.
Yes, they are. Let me take a look there real quick. Caution lap. Yeah, it was caution lap number 6. All right, get them going, Josh.
Sure can. Number 83, Bobby Zielinski, actually elected to start on the inside on this restart. Marcus in the 01 going to be starting on the outside. Going to be an interesting start here for these two. 79 of Benjamin Nelson going to be starting third, right behind Zielinski. So we're going to see what Benjamin does. They make their way around 3 and 4. Pace car be diving off here momentarily. There it goes. Pace car dives in. Bobby on the gas. Just drop the low. Green flag. Here's back down.
Green flag.
We're underway again here at Arlington.
Now you see how he did that? He dropped it down, and Marcus was kind of like not expecting him to do it that time. So you know, but that's usually that's kind of like Bobby's calling card here. At Darlington, because I've seen him do it many a times here. He does take it right down, you know, off of the track down below the white line there on the restart. And he did it that time, but he didn't do it last time, and it kind of caught Marcus off guard. Ben Nelson third place, David Shutt fourth, and look at Nate Trito almost into the top 5 here. Man, solid, perfect run here for Nate Trito today. Knock on wood.
Nate Trito has got some front end damage on that 97 machine, but it doesn't look like it's really affecting him any, as he is keeping it high. He's got Bobby Cheney right there, and of course Jared Darling is right there behind him, looking to the outside.
Oh, contact! I don't think that was meant to happen, but yeah, Jared Darling got into the side of Bobby Cheney there just a little, and Bobby again had to check up. How about that Curtis Sawyer up to 11th, man? This is a solid run for him, too.
Yeah, he is having a good run. Started 18th, currently running in the 11th spot. Look at the Marshall truck, isn't it?
I believe, yeah. Yep. Probably Marshall sound equipment or something, I'm guessing. It looks like that insignia.
Yeah, he has a pretty good clean truck too. I mean, there might be a little bit of damage on that thing, but speed, he's still pushing the speed needed to keep up racing, and he goes sideways. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Yeah, Marshall amplification, what it is. So yeah, that's for sound equipment. I know there'll probably be some guitar players out there that know what that is. So guitar players or artists, singers, artists / singers, they know what that is. Marcus now back to that usual about 6/10 of a second from Bobby, but I'm not going to count Marcus out yet. He is, you know how Marcus is. We get down inside about 30 to go, and you're going to see that truck come alive. He's got out there and led a lap. He's led 14 laps earlier. So let's see if he can get back up there and battle it up with Bobby Zielinski. Bobby's stretching that out. Now, if it goes green the rest of the way, that could turn out to be a difficult task for Marcus. Yeah, he's kind of drifting back a little bit now. All he can do is just kind of sit there and hopefully Bobby gets out there and destroys them tires, and Marcus can get up there and battle it up with him. Because we know how much of a tire saver Marcus can be.
Yeah, Marcus Richardson is a tire-saving machine, as there are several of them out there on the track, or where there was at the beginning of the race. We know how Ariotti is saving tires as well. Marcus is just as good, if not better, at saving tires. And that may be what Marcus is doing, is trying to save as much tires as he can to maybe battle it out with Bobby Zielinski toward the end of the race.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, here we go. Here's a good battle mounting up here between David Shutt and Jared Darling. That's getting kind of tight right there, because David Shutt just had a moment coming out of the turn, and Jared Darling looks to the inside to try to get the 5th place away from David Shutt, as he continues to just keep picking them off here and there, and come from way back in the field. He didn't take a qualifying time, I don't believe, did he?
No, Jared Darling started 30th. He started at almost the tail end of the field. He did make that pass on the 2 of David Shutt, so he will go into the 5th spot.
Well, I would say that probably classified him for the biggest mover out there today. That's huge. 25 positions, that's huge. Tyler Ducharme and Zoltan Herzeg. Now Herzeg looks to the inside of Tyler, and Tyler, with all that damage, he really knows he can't battle that hard with Zoltan, so Zoltan does complete the pass on him. And this has got these guys all bunched up together now. Bobby Cheney, Eric Sable. Cheney taking a look to the inside of Tyler Ducharme. He's got quite a bit better, cleaner truck there than Tyler does. Although he's been in a couple of contacts with other drivers today. I don't know how he managed to keep that truck clean, and a good save there just a little bit ago.
Yeah, it is a very fantastic save by the 24 Bobby Cheney. So, you know, he might have a little bit of undercarriage damage, but I'm not seeing a lot of damage on his truck. So he's, you know, truck out there, the Mountain Dew 24 machine, still trying to battle it out with the 25 of Tyler Ducharme for that 9th spot.
Okay, we just got confirmation there in chat from Quick Speed Sideways. Says that Curtis Sawyer loves his music and he does play guitar. So there you go. I kind of hit the nail on the head right there. But Curtis went all the way back to 18th now. What happened? He was way up there in the front. I must have missed something. He's way back to 18th. Oh, and he's into the wall. I'd say them tires are probably already going away. It doesn't take many laps. I'll tell you what, 15 laps on tires and they're pretty much gone. I don't know how these guys can drive them sometimes. Will Klein up to 15th. James Coulibaly, 16th. Robert Giannini. We haven't heard from Robert. He was involved in a little altercation there at the beginning of the race, but he's been just kind of riding back here. We have a caution. Let me see if I can find out where that is. Nate Frito. Oh boy, everybody's getting around him. Let's see what happened. There could have been some contact here. I don't know, coming up. Bobby Cheney's underneath him. Oh, he just got sideways right in front of Cheney and Tyler Ducharme. They missed him. Holy smokes. Did you see that?
Yeah, how in the world did Tyler Ducharme miss that?
Tyler hit the wall, but he kept it off of him. You talk about quick reaction there by Tyler Ducharme. Let me go back here and let's look from a different angle here. Watch this reaction here, folks, by Tyler Ducharme. He sees Nate Trito is going to come over and get into him, and he tries everything he can to miss him. And he taps the wall, but keeps it going, keeps his foot in it. Holy smokes, you talk about luck right there. And Nate Trito does go sideways, so wow. What a piece of driving by Tyler Ducharme. And our leader is bringing them all to pit road again.
That was amazing what Tyler did. He got into the wall, but hey, he kept it straight.
Sure thing, man. That was great. Well, folks, thank you again for tuning in today for the SRA Somewhere Saloon Truck Series here, presented by MaxSpeedTV. And we are at Darlington here as we continue on with the Series Championship here. And yeah, we appreciate that very much. And a big shout out to the Somewhere Saloon in Cannon City, Colorado. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Look at this pit stop by Jared Darling. You have got to be kidding me.
Wow.
We have got to get him up here, man. I don't know. I start to kind of think about some. We'll kind of keep our comments to ourselves here until we talk to him. But hold on a minute. Let me get him up here and talk to him. Jared Darling, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, NASCAR said that they want you to pull your truck behind the wall. They're going to strip all the nuts and bolts off of it. They're looking for grip hacks. They're looking for... I'm kidding. Wow, dude, coming from 30th to 2nd, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, I've just been honestly really lucky avoiding all the carnage that's been going on and starting in the back. And then once I kind of got by all the wrecks, I kind of got slowly working my way up to the top 10, and I got to 5th there, and that pit stop right there to 12.2, so it got me from 5th to 2nd here. So yeah, it's been a great day so far for me. I was very shocked because I wasn't pretty confident about racing here, but yeah, it's been a pretty nice charge to the field. It's been a lot of fun driving.
Well, was that a 4-tire stop?
Oh yeah, it was 4 tires.
In 12.2 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, now NASCAR does want you to pull the car behind the wall. I'm kidding. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad, Jared. We've watched you come all the way up through the field, and every chance, you're picking off 1 or 2 drivers here and there, and luckily, yeah, you have avoided all the accidents. So we've seen some pretty close calls back there. That one right there was probably one of the best defensive driving that I've ever seen come out of Tyler Ducharme. He barely he tapped the wall to avoid hitting Nate Trito. So we've seen some great stuff going on out here, some good racing. And as we follow along with Darlington, each and every race is different. This one here is proving to be, even though we've had a lot of cautions, proven to be a pretty doggone good race.
Oh yeah, it's been a great race from what I can see, and it's really fun to drive too. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
We'll see what we can do here. Bobby, of course, will be tough to beat, but if I can get out of here at the top 3 and talk to you at the end of the race, I'll be happy.
All right, brother. Well, good luck out there, man.
All right, thanks.
Yep. All right. Well, time to get him going here one more time. Bobby Zielinski's going to start on the inside. Pace car's just about ready to head to pit road, folks. We're going to get him back going here on lap number 94. Laps are winding down, about 32 to go. Pace car's in. there goes the green.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag. And Nick Northrup now to the inside of Jared Darling. He may get that position.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we're back under caution again. What is going on?
Davis Richards.
Davis Richards. Okay, well, you know, we haven't even talked about him today. What the heck has been going on? Man, we're slipping here. I don't know. Let's go take a look. Straight out to restart. Okay, he comes up on the number 6.
Oh yeah, just gets into the wall.
Oh, yep. Oh, and then he got finished off there. The number 39 got into him. That was Robert Giannini. Just one of them deals. There's no place to go for Robert. So, but he does spin it right around in front of traffic. So, all right, well, we're back under caution again. Now, I don't think anybody's going to come to pit road. At least I don't think so. Well, we got a couple more guys that are out of the race. Looks like Josh Robin, DeMonte Dotson, and Chris Bryant now out of the race. But we still got about, let's see, what do we got here? About 25 drivers still in the race.
Yeah, Kevin Scott's got some heavy damage in that on that 32 machine, but he is still out here pulling the laps down. You know, you know, that's what you got to do. Don't give up. If you can get that truck out there, turn them laps, because he can pick up a position, it looks like, from Chris Bryant in what, about 4 laps? Yeah.
Well, we still got about 21 cars on the lead lap, so that's pretty respectable for this far into the race. We started with 34 drivers, and we still got, what did I say, 21 on the lead lap, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so the top 5, Bobby Zielinski, Nick Northrup, Jared Darling, Benjamin Nelson, and David Shutt. That's your top 5. 6th place, Zoltan Hertzeg. 7th, Eric Sable. Bobby Cheney, 8th. Jake Nichols, we haven't heard anything out of Jake in a little while. He's back in 9th. And Stephanie Lessentine will round out the top 10. We get ready to go back green.
And Stephanie's having a good run herself. You know, started 21st. Up to 10th, top 10 for her right now. Having a pretty good run, solid, clean truck out there. Gonna help her in the points if she can just keep it clean and keep it up, you know, up front and out of traffic.
Yep, definitely. Alright, so waiting on them lights to go out, and we'll get back under green here, folks. Well, thank you all again for tuning in, and we appreciate that very much, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, because we are streaming to both. We appreciate all of you guys. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe or follow us on Twitch. You can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com, and also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV.
Well, I bet Race Control, it would be Justin Gable. I'm not sure Randy's last name, but boy, I bet they have their hands full in this one.
Randy Roberts. Yeah, Randy Roberts.
Okay.
I'll tell you, them two do an amazing job. You know, that's a thankless job, adminning races, because there is so much to pay attention to. You've got to know the rules inside and out for that league. And you can't, you know, there's no favoritism or anything, you know. I mean, if Bobby Cheney, the league owner, does something wrong against the rules, he's got to pay the price just as long as anybody else, you know. So there can't be any favoritism, there can't be nothing. It's got to be all 100% across the board. Rules apply to everyone. And those guys do an amazing job of upholding those rules for these drivers. Big shout out to Randy Roberts and Justin Gable. All right, here we go. Yeah, they don't
get much credibility,
no,
so you know
they don't. All right, pace car's in. There goes Bobby down to the bottom again, and great start there. We're back under green.
Now that restart kind of reminded me of the dog leg at Phoenix.
Yep. Jared now kind of back in 4th place, not where he wants to be, but he's not going to get up there and race so hard with them guys. He'll reel them in here. That's what he's been doing pretty much the whole race long. So, and Nelson now looking to the inside for 2nd place here from Nick Northrup. That outside line seems to be working pretty good, and again Nick Northrup holds off Ben Nelson. Zoltan Hertzeg top 5. Let's go back and check on Tony Schoen. Tony's got quite a bit of damage on his truck, but hanging in there. He's inside the top 20. Great job. Davis Richards 18th, Will Klein 19th, Curtis Sawyer now in 20th. And I see a little damage on Curtis's truck there. He has been in the wall, got his Darlington stripe tonight, as well as most of the guys out here have.
One of the guys I'm watching right now back here currently running in the 11th spot, the 01 of Marcus Richardson. On that restart, he picked up some positions. He's picked up many more as they've been going green for a couple of laps. He's now put himself right behind Stephanie Leschentine, who is currently in the top 10. And Marcus has got his eyes set to get back up front.
Yes, he does. And there he goes. He pulls out on Stephanie down the front stretch into turn 1. And as we were saying, the outside line's preferred line, but he's making it look good. Jake Nichols is going to follow right in behind him. And that puts Stephanie quickly right back to 12th.
Still a great run for Stephanie.
Oh, yeah.
21st and 12th, still a great run for her.
And if you look behind her, a lot of these guys behind her have got damage on their truck. Tyler Ducharme, Cody Miller, Robert Giannetti, he's been involved in a couple. James Koulibaly, he's got a little damage. Will Klein, Tony Schoen, these guys all have damage back there. So, you know, this might be good for Stephanie. I don't see much, if any, damage on her truck at all. I don't see anything. She's got a pretty clean truck.
I don't see anything at all on her truck either. She's keeping it off the wall, and she's keeping it out of trouble. So she may actually get away without having that Darlington stripe.
I know Josh saying he's just got terrible luck in the truck series. That is so true, brother. Man, I feel so sorry for you. Seriously. Man, sometimes you'd like a punching bag out there, man. It's horrible. I feel bad for you. Well, Ben Nelson hanging on to 3rd, Jared Darling 4th, and Zoltan Hertzeg in 5th. And Zoltan's kind of drifted back a little ways now, running about 0.4 of a second off of Jared Darling in 5th. Well, Bobby Chaney, even though he's been involved in a couple of altercations with drivers, nothing too serious to get a lot of damage on the truck, he's still running in 7th place. Pretty good.
The close, and they get really close to the wall, and I don't think you can put a piece of paper between that truck and that wall.
I'm telling you, sometimes you know, when we see sparks, we know they tap the wall, but sometimes the drivers, you'll see the back end of that truck will just graze the wall. Sometimes the drivers do that on purpose just to kind of steady the truck up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, last season when they raced here in, I don't remember, it wasn't the trucks, I do believe it was. You've seen a lot of the drivers do that. It wasn't just a few, it was a lot of, probably 80% of them, that back end would tap it and straighten it up so you get a 0X pumping. So now, you know, with the 15X incident limit, if you get the 0X, it's still fine. Because it's not going to count against you. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of them guys and girls do it.
Well, I just seen David Shutt tap the wall there a little bit coming out of the corner, but it wasn't intentional. Bobby Cheney, and we were looking ahead there at David Shutt when he did that. So, well, I'll tell you, they get so amazingly close to that wall. It's unbelievable. And Marcus Richardson just gets around. Eric Sable goes back into 8th. Only leading 14 laps today. But, he's been in contention here. He will pass up a few more drivers, I'm sure, before this is over. But the laps are winding down now, folks. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. If he's got anything, I mean, he's running 4.2 seconds behind the leader. He's looking to the inside of Bobby Cheney, trying to get 7th, and he's going to, well, contact again between him and Bobby Cheney. Wow, Bobby just like a punching bag out here today.
Yes, he is.
Well, that race just cost him a lot of time out there because David Shutt got away a little. A little bit of distance between him and Zoltan. We're talking about maybe about 1.2 seconds or something ahead to Zoltan. And now we're starting to see pressure building here between, looks like Ben Nelson and Nick Northrup.
Yeah, there's a battle I'm afraid to brew here for 2nd place between Ben and Nick. Zielinski's got a 1.4 second lead ahead of Benjamin Nelson, but and Nick Northrup. But they're right there together. 79 looks to the inside.
Yeah, he's taking a look. Just this truck just gets so tight, and you don't want to get into the guy and wreck him and possibly wreck both of you out. So he had to back out of it right there. In the meantime, Bobby Zielinski's ahead by 1.4 seconds. He's just clear sailing up here. Feet up on the dash, cruise mode. And this time by, he'll lead 96 laps. So definitely a dominating race here tonight for Bobby Zielinski.
Yeah, it has been a dominating race for him. But Nick Northrup, the thing about it is, the more Nick and Ben battle it out for this, Jared Darling's going to catch up. But Bobby Zielinski is going to get further ahead.
I wonder if Jared's just kind of sitting there waiting to see what these two are going to do, if they're going to get into one another and spin each other out. I mean, he's avoided all the wrecks tonight so far. He's been close to getting in a couple, but he's managed to slip by and not get into them. Kept the clean truck coming from 30th to 4th. That's an amazing run. There ain't a driver out here who wouldn't take that in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
Tyler Ducharme gets by Eric Sable. Sable way down on the bottom. Cody Miller gets by. Sable might be having some, he's probably having some tire issues right now. It's coming to about 10 to go here, I think, this time by. Or next time by, excuse me. Next time by will be 10 to go. And boy, Eric's tires are just gone on that truck. He is just struggling to hang on to it.
All he's got to do is just hang on to it for, 10 more laps. Yeah. And, he'll be good to go.
Stephanie Lesentine, she's kind of backed it off a little bit here. She's back in 14th. Still a good run for her. It's not a track that you can go out here and just, drive it easily. This one here just needs your 100% undivided attention when you're in that cockpit. Here comes Jared Darling. He's right there on the tail of Ben Nelson. It's inside that 10 to go. We're gonna start seeing him work it now.
If he hasn't used all of his tires, you're going to see Jared Darling probably put the hammer down as much as he possibly can. By the end of the 9 laps that's left, he's going to use 100% of those tires, I'm sure.
Well, he just slipped coming out of the corner right there, and that cost him a little time. So you can tell he's dropped the hammer because of that truck getting a little loose on him. So he's got to figure out plan B now. Plan B is what? Hopefully them two get together up there and he comes out of here with a 3rd place finish. I don't know. Or even a 2nd. Or is he just going to ride there and take 4, you know, coming from 30th to 4th? That's pretty respectable.
Yes, it is. You know, he drove the lights out of that pizza machine out there. Is what I'm going to call it. I believe it's Hunt's Pizza.
Yeah.
Yep, the #1 machine. Great finish for him.
Sure thing. Well, Bobby Zielinski just got around a bunch of lap traffic there that he needed to clear. And now the rest of these guys have got to get around him. That's the 09 of Bryce Senesac. Bryce goes 1 lap down. Coming to 6 to go. Next time by, 6 more laps for Bobby Zielinski. I don't see any other battles going on back here, but looking to see where Marcus Richardson's at. He's coming up on some of this lap traffic, but he is inside the top 5 now.
Yes, he is. Just earlier, he was back here fighting for 10th and 11th, and you know, 6 laps to go, and Marcus Richardson making moves. Is there enough laps for him to get up there?
I don't think so. As slick as this track is right now, I just don't think so. He's still almost 2 seconds off of Jared Darling right now, about 1.9 seconds. So Jared's out here clear sailing. Unless something drastically happens up here in the front, maybe if Nick Northrup and Benjamin Nelson get together, it's kind of looking like it's pretty cut and dried here between those two finishing 2nd and 3rd.
Well, right now, though, Bobby Zielinski has led 104 laps. It'll be 105 when he crosses the line. That's a lot of laps led at one track.
Yep. He'll lead 109 here when he completes this race. If he finishes and wins, he'll lead 109 laps out of 125. The only ones that have led laps are Marcus Richardson led 14, Cody Miller led 1, and James Coolabala led 1. So that's pretty awesome, man, to come out of here again this week leading the most laps. And I mean, you know, yeah, as much as we want to think that he's just, you know, kind of cruising around here, he's holding his line. He's focused on what he's got to do here. 3 laps to go. He can't mess up now, you know, because just the slightest little bobble or mistake, and I'll tell you what, Nick Northrup's going to be right on that tail.
Yeah, and it's going to put Benjamin Nelson right there, too, because he's on the tail still of Nick Northrup.
Yeah, that's a good battle right there between them two. It looks to me like maybe Jared Darling's just not going to have enough to get to them. I think he's probably right along with everybody else out here. That green flag run that we've had, they've burnt their tires up, so there's nothing left for him to do with it. And same way with Marcus Richardson. Even though he's 1.3 seconds behind Jared Darling, I just don't think there's enough laps for him to get there. He's 2 laps to go here, folks, for Bobby Zielinski. He'll be coming by next time to get the white flag.
Halloween
What
machine.
a run. What a run. Yeah, the big orange pumpkin. There we go. White flag in the air. 1 more lap for Bobby Zielinski to bring it home. He'll lead 109 laps. The battle between Nick Northrup and Ben Nelson. I'm telling you what, that was what a save by Ben Nelson right there. Yeah, that truck was gone, man. It was sideways. You can tell he's just pushing it that hard. And Bobby Zielinski will come home with the win. Congratulations to Bobby Zielinski for winning here today. Wow, what a run.
109 laps led. Nick Northrup will finish 2nd, and Ben Nelson will finish 3rd.
Yes, sir. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, well, we'll get these guys up here just a minute, folks, and talk to them. So give us 1 second, and we'll be right back. All right, we caught up with our winner here, Bobby Zielinski. Bobby, are you there? You got a copy?
Yep.
Well, dominating performance by you tonight, Bobby. I know this is kind of getting to be a repetitive thing with you, but you know you're just that good of a racer. You're Josh's favorite racer, if that means anything, and you got a lot of fans following you. But tell us about the race and what were you doing them last, say, 20 laps? Were you in cruise mode, or were you just still driving your line and doing exactly what you'd done all night long?
Yeah, basically, I was just doing what I did all night long. I knew I probably needed to... All night long, I would usually, keep it calm the first 10 laps of a run. Especially when you're in the lead, you can pretty much, make everyone else run your pace because you can't really pass. So you just kind of do your own thing. And then the last 27-lap run or whatever, I went a little harder in the first 10, knowing, you don't really need to save much here. You just kind of do your thing. So I was just doing, my line, my normal pace. That's what you got to do at Darlington. You run right up against the wall. You can't afford to do anything else.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, you did a fantastic job here tonight, Bobby. This was another class. You just taught these guys how to drive Darlington. You didn't happen to get a Darlington stripe tonight, did you?
Okay, so like one time in 1 and 2, I barely tapped it, but it didn't affect me at all. It's like that little it didn't really affect the handling or anything. And then with 3 to go or whatever, I messed up going into 1. I got too close to the wall on entry and I hit it a little bit and I lost a couple tenths. But that was just a lack of, I was not paying attention, I guess. But that wasn't really, I don't count that. That was just a little straight away. But yeah, I was able to stay off.
This track over a lot of other, tracks this size, how much more concentration do you really have to put into this track than other tracks?
A lot more, because you're right up against the wall. There's not really another track you do it like this at, like maybe Bristol, maybe a couple others. In terms of that, you got to be really focused because to be the fastest, you got to go right up against that wall most of the time. And then on top of it, the truck will handle bad, whether it's a little tight on entry and then loose off. So you got to, it definitely takes a lot of focus and all that.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win, Bobby. Anybody you want to give a thank you out to for this victory?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thanks, everyone at Sim Racing Authority for the league and all our sponsors, Summer, Celine. Thanks, Marcus. I'll give a shout out to Marcus because he always gives, he's always keeping you honest. He's always, right there. He's, I don't know, Marcus. He's always super fast, and you got to beat him to win. And then he ended up, unfortunately, beating himself with a speeding penalty there at the end, but I know it was a good race, all race along with him, and I think I might have had an advantage this time, so you never know, I'm sure he would say otherwise, but but anyway, thanks to him for always being a great competitor, and then thanks to my sponsor, Virtual Racing School, not on the car, but it's my overall sponsor.
All right, Bobby. Well, one thing I was going to mention, though, let's go rewind back there to where on that one restart where you and him almost made contact, your signature move at this track, and I've seen you do it 150,000 times, is you always drop it below that white line on the restart coming out of turn 4, and you just happened to not do it that one time, and he was anticipating it and almost got into the side of you.
Yeah, just a nice close racing, really. I mean, I kind of did that on purpose because I did it before, and I was like, all right, let's see how it does if I don't go right away. And then you had to kind of wait, but because everyone expects you to just turn down right away. But if you can kind of get them to stay higher longer, and then you take the shortcut just to get even more of an advantage, if possible. And that's all that's really about.
Well, doesn't that kind of put you in a dangerous situation, though? I mean, if he wouldn't have checked up and kind of turned to the right to miss you, he could have spun you out. So that kind of puts you in a dangerous situation there.
Yeah, well, it's Darlington. You got to live on the edge of danger.
Okay. All right, then. All right, well, thanks for talking with us, Bobby. Go celebrate that win, and we'll see you back here. Hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right. Josh?
Yeah, Nick Northrup, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, man, a battle for second place between you and Benjamin Nelson there. You started 8th, but found yourself up there battling Benjamin. Tell me about the racing there toward the end and, the cautions at the beginning of the race. It's not like you ought to have those.
Yeah, this is my first race back since last season. It was a fun race. My dogs yelling in the background. Sorry. Yeah, the last 30 laps, I was just trying to go for it, try and pressure him, but he was just on rails. I couldn't catch him, but it was really fun. Had fun, clean racing with Benjamin there.
Like I said, man, you started 8th, and started kind of up front, and then during the whole cautions, just picking them off one by one. Was there any strategies at the beginning of the race that maybe you had in mind that didn't really work out, for you?
I just planned on staying up front, save my tires, and hopefully save my tires behind the leaders, but kind of lost some ground there and got loose on the longer run. I had to keep some fuel out, but that was about it.
Well, all right, Nick. Well, you did finish 2nd here tonight. Congratulations on that. Is there anybody you want to thank and give a shout-out to?
I'll give a shout-out to you two in the broadcast booth, doing what you guys do best. Shout-out to Sim Racing Authority, the league sponsor, Somewhere Saloon. Shout-out to them, and shout-out to all the drivers that showed up, and also a shout-out to Ben for racing me really clean there.
All right. All right, Nick. Well, man, congratulations on 2nd place, and hopefully, you back this 2nd place up with a victory next week.
Definitely.
All right, Nick. Good luck, man. Go celebrate.
Thanks.
Rudy?
All right, we caught up with 3rd place Benjamin Nelson. Ben, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us about that battle there with Nick. Was there anything that you could have found in that truck that you had left that you could have got around Nick on them closing laps?
I don't know. I kind of burned up my right rear tire trying to get a run on him because I had the speed to get around him, and I really think I had something for Bobby if I could get around him in time, but I just couldn't do it. He did a really good job holding me up, but I didn't want to touch him if I didn't have to, or I didn't want to touch him anyway. But I didn't, so I raced him as clean as I could, and I got 3rd. That's just the way it goes.
Well, that's good. That kind of makes a difference between a very confident driver out there knowing who you're racing around, that whether you can take that chance and race them as hard as you and Nick were racing each other. That was pretty amazing stuff. Did you even think about trying the high side? Because we were getting a lot of reports from the drivers that the high side was, if you wanted to make a pass, getting that nose on the outside of somebody, and that would have to make them lift a little bit in the corners.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I'm not that good on the high side, especially out of 4, so I really didn't think it was going to be an option for me. I was going to try to get a run out of 4 and try to get him into 1, but it never really materialized.
I'll tell you what, excellent racing out there, Benjamin, man. You did great. So, well, what do you think you got for him next week? I'm not sure where you guys go to next week, but what do you think? You think you got a better chance maybe of winning at some place other than Darlington?
I don't know. I feel like I could have won here. It's just that placement didn't really work out for me. I think if I started 2nd, I had something for Bobby. But I don't really know where we go next week either. But whoever it is, I feel confident.
Charlotte.
Oh, I definitely feel confident.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right. Okay, well, thanks for talking with us, Sir Ben, and we'll catch you next week at Charlotte. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, you guys in the broadcast booth. I love going back and watching them. My YouTube channel in there to it, and my sponsor MS and Me. I love them. They're behind me all the way.
Very good, very good. Yeah, they're a great sponsor. So, all right, well, Ben, go celebrate that 3rd place, and we'll see you next week at Charlotte.
I'd also like to thank my team, Nexus Esports. Thanks.
Cool. All right, folks, let's run down through the final results here then before we get out of here. Second. Got to get all this stuff sorted out. All right, Bobby Zielinski coming home with the win. Nick Northrup 2nd. Benjamin Nelson 3rd. Jared Darling 4th place, coming from 30th to 4th. Unbelievable run for Jared today. Marcus Richardson coming back there after that speeding penalty will finish in the top 5. In 6th place was Zoltan Herczeg. David Shutt 7th. Bobby Cheney 8th. Tyler Ducharme 9th. And Jake Nichols rounds out the top 10. Josh?
Yep, Nate Trito will finish 11th. Cody Miller in 12th. Stephanie Lessentine, good run by her. She will finish 13th. Will Klein in 14th. James Koulibaly in 15th. Eric Sable 16th. Robert Giannini 17th. Tony Sherwin in 18th. Curtis Sawyer 19th. And Davis Richards will finish 20th. Rudy.
All right. In Bryce Senesac, 21st. Aaron Smith, 22nd. Sean Williams, 23rd. Kevin Scott, 24th. Got to get this down here. Sorry about this. Chris Bryant will finish 25th. Man, I'm all messed up here. In 26th, DeMonte Dotson. 27th, Dwayne Culberson. Josh Robin, our sponsor truck tonight, finishing 28th. Ethan Kurtz, 29th. Tyler Sifford back in 30th place, not where we wanted to see him finish. Brad Bothwell in 31st. Femi Olat 32nd. Aaron Cummings 33rd. And Ariotti rounding out the field in 34th. So again, congratulations here to our winner, Bobby Zielinski, for coming home with the win here tonight. Congratulations to him for SRA, the Somewhere Saloon Truck Series, and MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight, folks. We appreciate it. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.